Well, I don't know if anyone's going to show up for this. Lighting's not very good, is it? So much sunshine over there. And so dark over here. I don't know which angle to be at for this. I don't think I want to be facing the sun because then I just look really white, I guess. So I suppose this is the best angle. Hopefully that the chat will stay up if anyone's here. Anyway, today's soap, I am going to scent it with peppermint almond because my sister-in-law Jan was wanting eucalyptus. I don't have any eucalyptus. I do have peppermint, and I know she likes almond. So I thought I'll do peppermint almond. And then I'm going to do honey again. Like my almond and honey soap that I just made, which turned out really delicious. And those are my only two special ingredients. We need some better lighting. That's okay. I'll have better lighting next time. Next time I'll try to figure things out. Today is out of the blue. I've never Linda, you're here. Hi, Shauna. Excited that you are doing this. Thanks, Linda. I'm excited that you're here. You're number one. That means you are part of the history of this channel because this is the first live stream on my soap making channel. Therefore, you are the first guest ever. So I am actually, you know how I don't have a microwave at the moment. So at this moment, I believe you call it double boiling when you are boiling water, but you have a pan to put that also has water, but then you can put your glass in there. So I'm right now double boiling, pretty sure it's called, the hard oils. Because, you know, in my last two batches, I kept trying to melt the oils with the lye, and it's just not hot enough for me, and it just takes too long. It's just too much blending, and I just don't want to do it. So today, we're double boiling. But while that's going on, I'm going to do my measuring of my soft oils, and then we're going to move to the countertop when it's actually time to make the soap. But we're still melting oils, so we've got time for questions or comments or visiting or whatever. Castor oil, a huge jug of it. I just need an ounce. You can't see my scale right now, but it's not really, all you would be seeing is the numbers going up to a 1. I don't know what you would prefer, seeing me measuring it, or I don't know what you would prefer. I'm just doing this real quick. And the annoying thing about streaming on a mobile device is that the chat slowly disappears. They don't keep the chat up. So if I miss something, then it's just gone unless I saw that I missed something. So we have 1 ounce of castor oil. And olive oil, we're doing 5 ounces. This is a really simple soap recipe. And oftentimes, simple is the better. Okay, 5 ounces of olive oil. Let me make sure nobody has said anything since YouTube likes to hide the comments almost immediately. Okay, no one has said anything. Okay. Got our olive oil. Now, we are going to mix in some honey. But I didn't bring a spoon. I had a hard time finding the chat on my tablet. I believe it. I don't know how it works. I honestly don't. I'm just here. I'm just here testing things out, seeing my options. You know, I think I need a spoon. I could use this. This is what I usually use for fragrance oil. And I guess since I only use this honey for soap making, I think it'll be okay. As long as it doesn't break. This is my dedicated soap making honey. It's almost gone. I kind of need to get some more, don't I? Sorry about the lighting, how extreme it is over here and how dark it is over here. I don't know, maybe it doesn't look as bad on your side, but to me, when I'm looking at myself here, I just look really red and then white. That's what I see when I see myself here. So for the honey, I think I'm just gonna add in like however much I take out here. I'll let you know how much I end up taking out. Do you use local honey? Yes, this is local. From the lovely Iowa honeybees. But it's not like it's going to hurt anything if you did use non-local honey for your soap. Or even if you used the cheaper store brand stuff. It's just, you know, the sweetener. When it comes to soap making, it's just to add bubbles, basically. Sugar creates bubbles. Unless you know something I don't. Which I guarantee you do know something I don't. But the reason we add honey is it's no more than just the fact that it will help with lather, right? And it's a pretty label saying there's local honey inside of it. Is there more to it than that? See, I'm always learning. I've been making soap for 5 years now. I know how to make soap. I get it. But when it comes to, you know, the little tiny details, there's still so much to learn. I don't know. So much to learn. I have to keep looking up. Local is a branding advantage, part of the carbon footprint. That's exactly true. I guess, yes. In the overall picture, buying local honey is better than just going to the store and buying big box honey. When it comes to the performance of your soap, it helps with lather. I believe that's it. Okay, so I put in about an ounce and 2.2, an ounce and a quarter, kinda, of honey for a 2-pound batch. Now my fingers are really sticky. So in here, see the honey sank to the bottom. Isn't that pretty? This is pretty in the sunshine compared to my skin. Olive oil, castor oil, and honey is in here. I don't know if pasteurized versus raw makes a difference in performance. I don't either. If I were to bet, I would say it doesn't. But, like you said, where it came from in the overall picture, where it came from matters. Yeah. So I should probably go get our lye, huh? This was supposed to be my lye mixing bowl. Well, I didn't think that through, did I? I need to go find a different one. Because this is going to be for my fragrance oil. This isn't big enough for my lye. I don't think. Lye and water. 4.65 ounces of lye. I have to continually look up at you because YouTube disappears the comments. They're up there for like 7 seconds and then they go away. So to try to avoid missing, it's not like I like looking at myself. I don't want to look at myself. But I am right there. I need to go get my lye. I didn't prepare that. And I need to get like 5-ish or so ounces of water. So I will be right back. But I won't be very far. I'm still in the kitchen. But you're going to look at my background mess, I guess. my wood stove, and you'll see got some logs there. Those boxes have some seeds that I'm going to be planting here soon. Because I'm going to be starting my first garden. And I'm very excited about that. And when I come back, I'll check to make sure no one has said anything. Because they don't like to let me know that people have spoken. Just getting some water. We are going to measure out our lye and water right here. Just going to make sure nobody has spoken. Hi from England, Jane Sauer. I'm so glad you're here. Is that how you pronounce it? I know your name is Jane. You can say that much is correct. That's amazing. Isn't it so neat that nowadays, because of the internet, even though the internet is full of terrible disadvantages, there are some amazing advantages. The internet can help me speak to Jane over there in England. And then there's also, I could never have spoken to Linda, and I believe you're in America, but I would have never been able to speak to you either. That's just so neat. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, I think you're in America, right, Linda? I was assuming. Maybe you're not. You could be over in Timbuktu. So I need 5 or more ounces of water. This container will not be big enough. Yes, just a few states over in Pennsylvania. Cool. I have not been to Pennsylvania. That's a new place to me. But I did make a Pennsylvania soap once. I need a bigger container. One moment. Let's see if I can find a decent one here. This will be okay. Sure wasn't thinking things through. I was mostly prepared, not 100% prepared. And the reason why you keep seeing me pop up here is because YouTube is not streamer friendly. In my opinion, mobile streaming friendly. Why would you have the comments disappear after 5 seconds? Why is that how it is? Why isn't there an option to say I don't want the comments to disappear after 5 seconds? So that they can just stay there so I can see them. Anyway, that was my rant on my experience so far with mobile, because this is my phone. I'm sure it's different on the computer, probably easier on the computer, but I don't have that computer situation. I should probably get gloves. I'm about to start working with lye. The reason why I'm streaming today, I don't know, because I want to. I did one successful stream on my Learning to Homestead channel, which I think it was my last video. So video, I let you know that I was going to start doing that. That was a lot of fun. It was windy though, so the wind I was outside, so it was windy and it was hard to. The chat stays up on my iPad. I can see them all. The best reason. Thank you. Yes, for people watching, the chat should stay there. But because I'm streaming and the phone is taking up my whole screen, I suppose they assume I want to continue to see my whole screen. But it should at least be an option for me as a streamer to not turn off the chat. It disappears. It's gone right now. But as soon as you say something, it pops up and then it fades away. And now that I have gloves on, how am I going to... I guess my phone is just going to get really dirty. with soap. With lye soap. Got it. Yes. Okay, I'm going to start measuring some lye. And I'm going to continually keep looking up to make sure I don't miss anything. Because I don't want anyone to feel neglected. Because the whole point of streaming is interaction. That's the whole point. So, YouTube just decides to make the comments go away so you can't interact. We need 4.65 ounces of lye. And I can't look away right now. Sorry. 4.2, 4.3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugh. Slightly too much lye. 4.6. Okay. We're good. Okay. I had to think there for a second. I'm a little bit scatterbrained because I need to be putting the lye in the water, not the water in the lye. And my container with the lye is the container I need to use right now to put the water in. Anyway, nobody has said anything, have you? Boy, this is much harder with gloves. Okay, nobody has said anything. This is where I'm mixing my lye. This is going to be kind of strong. So I'm going to back up a little bit here. I'm just going to add in some of my liquid. And finish later. I know this is going to be very hot and have fumes. So I'm backing away as I stir. So, how's everybody's Wednesday going? I see there are actually 6 people here. Whoa. What are you doing on this Wednesday? You must have some free time to want to come over here and visit. I need to do some wood staining today because Aaron and I are still working on remodeling the bathroom, and there's some wood in there that I'm going to make beautiful with some wood stain. And there's still a couple walls that need some sheetrock, so there is some exposed walls still. And Linda says, just came in for lunch. I'm having lambs on the farm. You have lambs? Wow. That's really cool. I have 5 chickens. Greetings and success from Holland. 18.36. Having our meal. Oh, 18. That must be what time it is? 18.36? 18:36? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 6 o'clock, 6:36 p.m. That's cool, you're from Holland. You might be related to me. I have ancestors from Holland. You know that? I have ancestors from Holland. Specifically, what was it? I don't remember anymore the specific location. Half of me is Dutch and the other half is German. I need to stay away from my lye. I'd have to look at the map again to see exactly where in Holland, because I do know, I have been told exactly where in Holland. Just finished work. It's 17:38 here. Jane, over there in, you said England, right? And there's my friend from Whirly Springs Soapery. I'm having a brain malfunction. I know your name. I do. Don't be offended right now. Oh my goodness. Whirly Springs. I know your name. I know it because you were so sweet. You sent me presents. You sent me my amazing log splitter, which I still haven't made really that much soap to use that awesome thing. Pat, not Pat. No, not Pat. That was. Thank you. I'm sorry. Martha. I'm really sorry. I hope you're not offended. I have a lot going on in my head, and you know when you're even if I meet someone in real life that I know their name. Like if I go to church and I know them because I met them a few weeks ago, and they know my name. They're like, "Hi, Shauna," and I'm like, "Hi," and I wait for somebody near us to say that person's name because I forgot their name, even though I know their name. It happens to me all the time. So, Martha. Martha, she has an awesome soap company. Her soap stamp has a donkey on it, unless it's a mule. I think it's a donkey. I used all your soaps that I got from you long ago. They were lovely. And I have that I have loads of soap ingredients. It's all boxed away because I still currently don't have a place to put it all. You sent me, because you're in Nevada. I remember that, right? You're in Nevada. You sent me you sent me the gray, it's gray. Greetings from Rotterdam in the evening, Renee. Rotterdam? I'm not sure where that is. And I don't even know if I'm saying that right. I need to look at a map. You know what I need to do is put a world map on the wall so I can point and say, that's where you are. And here's where I am. And look at how far apart we are. And yet here we are visiting with each other. Where is Rotterdam? What's around it? What's a way more common place that's around it so my little Midwestern mind can know where you are? I'm still stirring my lye. It's very, 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 very hot. I hope this jar doesn't blow. I don't think it will. It's a pasta jar. The Netherlands. Oh. Well, we could also be related because I have another friend here from Holland. You're not the same one, are you? If my comments wouldn't disappear, I could remember your names, your usernames up here. But the comments keep disappearing. Sorry, I'm shaking the camera by touching the table. Sorry. Same here. I am so bad in names. My name is Ninek. You're going to have to help me pronounce that. Ninik? And then your comment disappeared, so I couldn't finish it. Let me go back. Rotterdam is the big harbor in the west, near the beach. What beach? West where? In the Netherlands? Western part in the Netherlands. Ninren. Ninren? I'm going to have a hard time pronouncing names. Do you know what I get made fun of about more than anything? It's pronunciations. And because I've been made fun of for it or picked on for it so much in my life, it doesn't faze me. But I do want to pronounce things correctly. I really do. I don't want to continue to not know how to say something that I've never heard of before. Okay. I need to measure out an ounce of fragrance oil. I'll just leave that there. I think nobody was here, I don't think, when I said what fragrance we're using. Peppermint almond. No, you said. No to what? I can't remember what would have a no as the answer anymore. We're using peppermint almond. The beach in Holland, the Netherlands. Okay. Supercalifragilistic is here. What a name. Atlantic coast near England. You guys are very educated. Hi, great to see you today. Good to see you. Live soap making, I love it. Me too. This is first time. Don't really know what's going on, but I'm trying. Peppermint almond we're using. It smells really nice. It's a mixture. You saw the homemade label here. We need an ounce of it because this is going to be a 2-pound batch. I have to look away for a second. And as I've said, the comments are going to disappear, but I'll go check and see if anyone wrote anything. Okay, we got our ounce. This is an interesting mixture, almond and peppermint. Sounds odd, but it almost has like a banana scent to it. Let me make sure nobody said anything. So my gloved hand is coming up here. Nope, just can Google. Oh, well, thank you for Googling for me. That's funny, Linda. And here I thought you were the geography fanatic. So you shouldn't raise things off the table and be risky, but I'm going to show you. This is my fragrance oil, almond peppermint mixture. This is my soft oils and honey, if you weren't already here. And I'm going to mix those two. My hard oils are currently on a double boiler because I don't have a microwave, and I am sick and tired of those two experiences trying to melt my hard oils with lye. I don't like that. It's not fun for me. It's great if you like to do that. I don't like to do that. It takes forever. It's not fun. And that's my opinion on I don't even remember what that's called when you use the lye heat. What's that called to melt your oils? I know what it's called. See, here's another thing. See, it's like when I couldn't remember Martha's name. I know the name of it when heat transfer method. And it's a slow method. They should call it a slow transfer method. Okay, so we got our fragrance oil mixed in with our soft oils. My hard oils are still melting. I can see that they are still hard on the stove. They are melting. So I am just kind of mixing in the fragrance oil with the soft oils. And if I accidentally miss a comment, like if I don't comment on your comment, it's because I didn't see it. And you're welcome to say it again because your comment disappeared on the amazing YouTube comments that mobile streamers have. It is an exceptionally beautiful day here in southern Iowa. 60 degrees with little wind. Now that's nice. Especially considering how cold January was. So we get to enjoy this really nice weather. I want to be outside, but there are things that I must do inside. Like staining the wood in the bathroom. And I need to be thinking about very, very, very soon sprouting some seeds for my first garden here on our Iowa land. Our first garden, and I am so excited. So excited. There are 8 people here. Never thought I was going to be shocked if one person came. So thanks for all 8 of you. And I hope that all 8 of you have the most wonderful day. Once I'm not here anymore and I can't tell you later. I'm thankful that you're here. That's really cool. What should we talk about? Because I still need to wait for my oils to soften over there. The stove is right in front of me. And I don't think I want to turn up the heat because I think that might get too hot, right? I've never double boiled heated my oils before. So 2 experiments happening today. This live stream experiment, which seems to be going okay, except I don't care for the lighting, how bright it is over here, but I don't have a shade, and I don't care for how dark it is over there, but we don't have a load of electricity to light my face over there. But that's okay. Once my hard oils are melted, at least mostly, we're going to move over to the countertop. And you see this is a huge sheetrock ceiling board. And that quilt hanging on the wall is covering an old window that wasn't very well insulated, so I just hung a quilt there to hold back the cold. That's what that is. There's a little bit of plants. The wood stove, which kept us at 50 degrees during our 50 below degree weather. It helped big time. This is the old linoleum, which I am going to continue to tile over because it's not actually in very good shape. But it's not going to peel up either. I think it would be a wasted effort to try to peel it up. I wonder if I should stir my hard oils. Everyone's being so quiet. Do you have any questions about soap making or otherwise? Maybe about, you got any geography questions? Might not be able to help you though. Oil questions, fragrance questions, ingredients questions. I miss putting ingredients varieties in my soaps. The only ingredient that I heard a bubble. Maybe I should go over there and look at it. You want to see? I'm going to detach you. Here we go. Don't get seasick. Okay. I think I can flip the screen around. Oh, here we go. See, this is how far we've gotten. So not quite as far as I would like. It's taking a while, isn't it? Should I turn up the heat? It's taking quite a while, in my opinion. Do I need to add more water? Do I need to fill the water all the way up? It might come out of the pan, because this double boiler is not meant for this pan, obviously. I don't have the pan that it's supposed to go to. I'm making do. You can see that it is melting though. See the melted? Are the comments working? I'm gonna have to take a glove off. Turn up the heat and stir, and yes, add a little more water. Thanks, Arlene. Good to see you. Okay, I'll turn up the heat a little bit. I don't know why YouTube didn't show me. It's like they don't want you to live chat with everybody. Okay, here's my sink. We're gonna get some water. I can't add too much water because, like I said, it doesn't quite fit and I don't want it to go over. I probably need to add a lot more water than this though. Let's see how full it is. Yep, I probably need to add a lot more water, don't I? Are you getting dizzy? And we'll go sit back down together. I turned up the heat though, it's not on low anymore. Whoa! Did you see what I almost did? I don't think I can go much fuller than this with my pot before the main pot overflows. Did you see what I almost did? I almost poured my water into my oil. Okay, well, there's 10 people here now. We're gonna flip back around. Oh, you can see a part of our ceiling is missing. We tore that out on purpose. It wasn't an accident. I'm gonna put you back down here. And we're gonna sit down together while that melts. But we have our lye ready, we got our fragrance oil ready, we got our soft oils ready. We are basically ready. The only problem is we gotta wait a little bit. But since we're live here, unless you got somewhere to be, I gotta wait on my hard oil. And this chat business. Oh, see, I missed a lot of this. See, YouTube didn't tell me this was here. Oh my goodness. So we're gonna have to go back. Okay. This is from Linda. We rehabbed an old Victorian in the city of Pittsburgh. Some rooms had 13 or 14 layers of linoleum and rugs. That sounds like a job. Supercalifragilistic said, Linda, wow, that's a lot. Yes, she's right about that. Turn up the heat and stir. Yes, a little more water. Okay, that was the only comment that I saw. The other ones just didn't show up. As much water as comes up to the side of the container is better. Okay, well, I got it as full as it can possibly be now. Arlene says, I'm glad I caught you live. I'm glad too, Arlene. Supercalifragilistic says, my hubby and I restored our farmhouse built in 1937. It's been a labor of love. It's exactly what me and my husband and I are doing. This is a house from 1900 with several additions. But the main house is from 1900. See, it disappeared the comments again. Okay. That much water will only heat the very bottom oils. I guess I need a different pot. Don't I? I got the wrong pot, but I found it. So, we are not into soap making, but we are watching because we like it so much how you talk and explain things. Well, thank you. Brew Lee. Thank you. Arlene, I'm very much into soap making. Yes, you are. Supercalifragilistic says, Linda, my name is West as well. I don't meet many Wests. Well, isn't that interesting? I've known 2 Wests besides Linda. My first dentist was Dr. West, and my 6th grade English teacher was Mrs. West. You know what? Her name was Martha. Now that I think about it, Martha. See, I have a Martha here, along with Linda. So, and then Martha says, how's Boris? That's your pup's name, right? That's exactly right. Boris is doing well. He's sleeping. He always sleeps in the afternoon. Takes his afternoon nap. Why is YouTube this way? Linda says, I love it when people ask me to spell it. To spell West? That's funny. People always ask how to spell my last name, but they never ask how to spell my first name, and then they always spell my first name wrong. Okay, I have to leave my glove off. We're almost there to the soap making experience. You do too. You know Martha West? Is that what you do too? I always say, like the direction. I always say when it comes to spelling Shauna, I always say it's like Donna, but it's Shauna. So Donna is Donna, and Shauna, my Shauna, is Shonna. Oh, a nap in the afternoon. Oh, well then you're probably going to be ready for a nap here soon. Because I think in Nevada, it is 11 a.m. I think you're an hour, maybe you're 2 hours ahead. Me. Let's see. Yes, we use the direction too. I guess that's the best way to do it. Do any of you can food? 10. Okay, so you're 2 hours behind me. Okay. Well, the next 2 hours are going to be great because I've experienced them. They're going to be pretty good. I'm taking off my glove. Yes, I love to can processed food. Cool. I have never done it alone. I have had one experience water bathing tomatoes with my mom. She gave me for my birthday a pressure canner, and I wanted to. You can and freeze, Linda. That's great. I'm going to need your advice. I don't know specifically about what, but I'm going to need your advice, I'm sure. Although, you can read and watch as much information as you want, but none of it will truly matter until you do it. And I haven't done it yet, even though I've watched and read all sorts of stuff. I just need to do it to get over that hump of not doing it. There's a great reference. Ball I can. Ball. You're gonna have to. So, ball like the jar. Ball I can. Anyway, I have never pressure canned and I really want to. And I thought that maybe pressure canning beans would be an easy first one. The key is to keep the seal oiled after using so it won't crack. Oh, yes. That's a great book. Oh, the book is Ball I Can. Is that what it is then? I do have one book by Ball. I should go get it. I don't think it's called that, but it is Ball. About canning. The seal on the canner I'm referring to. Okay. I know what you're talking about. I know it, but I have not, like I said, I have not used it yet, but I know what you're talking about. So that's good to know. I should go grab my one canning book so you can tell me if it's a good one. It seems like a good one. It has lots of recipes in it. Seems like a good book. I have one one from Ball is mostly water bathing, but there's a little bit of pressure canning. And then I have one that's specifically pressure canning. And they're fun books to read. Motivating. I got those at my birthday too, which that was back in July, so you can see how much time has passed. But because I am doing my Learning to Homestead channel, which if you ever think of a better name for me, I'd take it. That's just what I thought of at the time. And that's going to be all live streaming. Once you do it, you will gain the confidence because it's not really difficult. That's exactly what I need to do, is just do it. Same with soap making. Once you do it, then you're like, oh, this is no big deal. Okay. The comment disappeared. I have to bring it back up. Arlene says, Shauna, have you ever watched Tellervo? She always makes soap using a double boiler. She just puts her bowl directly in the water. If you haven't seen her, you should check her out. I'm going to. You know, I think that name looked familiar. Is she the one that lives like out in the wilderness, or am I thinking of a different one? Like, she makes really high quality out in the wilderness soap videos, or am I thinking of somebody else? She's not always out in the wilderness, but I remember once she collected sap off a tree or something and made soap with it, and she tried to make soap with wood ash, which, now that we have a wood burning stove, I have wood ash, but I don't know if I would ever try that. I don't know how to do that, and I don't know. I suppose if lye was impossible to get a hold of, then I would try to figure it out, but I don't know if I really want to, I guess. My oils are going lower. Might almost be time to start making our soap. There's 11 people here. This is practically a house party now. That's a lot of people. I'm so glad all 11 of you are here. Remember, this is a mixture of peppermint almond. There's going to be honey in it, local honey. And that's the only special ingredient. Because like I said, to any that weren't here, all of my main special ingredients are all packed away. Yes, I could unpack them, but there's nowhere to put them. So then I would need to be putting them back in the box and then putting that box away. And that's just kind of, you know. Why does it not show me when new comments are here? See, James, I didn't see your comment pop up. I had to go find it. Hi, James. I'm glad you're here. Arlene says she makes simple soaps, but it's so fun to watch. I like simple soaps. They are fun. I guess I should say simple looking. They aren't simple to make by any means. She likes to use natural ingredients. I think I am subscribed to this person. I think I have seen her channel. I really do. Because that name sounds familiar even though I can't say it. I think I know. I am getting so frustrated with this YouTube chat thing not showing the chat. Okay. Supercalifragilistic says, I have some Amish friends who make soap using wood ash. They put ash in a bucket of water and stir it for days and use a raw egg. And when it floats, the lye water is ready. Really? That sounds like something. I don't know if I would have I suppose I could do that just as a test because we've got chickens. But because I only have 2 hens, it would be really hard for me to use one of their eggs because we don't have an abundance of eggs. I literally use all their eggs. 6 p.m. here in the UK. That means you are 6 hours ahead of me, James. Arlene says that would be fun to try for sure. It would be fun to try. Yes, if I was feeling adventuresome. And I had a lot of wood ash and I had a lot of eggs, then I would do it. Because wood ash is really good for your garden. And my biggest goal this summer, Supercalifragilistic says, not great soap always though. It's easy to get too high pH. Yeah, that's what I'm worried about. It's like, am I going to be wasting all this ingredients to test this? That's why I say if I have an abundance of things, then I would be willing to try it. But I'm not willing until I have an abundance of whatever I'm using. Oak ash, white oak specifically. We mostly have ash from the ash tree. Because a lot of our trees, and it's the case all over America, I think. You'll have to tell me if you're in America. Our ash trees are going extinct because of the emerald ash burrow beetle from China. I read they originated from China and came over on the ships, and all of our ash trees are dying. So we have the firewood that we have is almost all exclusively ash trees. So it would be ash, tree, wood, ash. Let's go check on our oil. I suppose I don't need to wait for it to be completely liquid, right? And I could, yes. Where are you in supercalifragilistic? What part of America are you? Because the sad face made me think that you must understand what I'm saying when I said all of the ash trees are dying. Let's look at our oil. Don't mind this. I should move this towel. Shouldn't have a towel sitting on a gas. Well, what do you think? Doing pretty good. Is it good enough to go ahead and make soap? I'm trying to decide. I think I'm going to wait a little bit longer. This is going to be an extremely talky soap video. So you've experienced all the parts that I would normally have cut out. We don't have many ash trees in North Carolina. And Arlene says, not yet. Yeah, I should wait. I agree with you. Iowa had a ton of ash trees. That was one of our... Iowa's tree is the oak tree, but we had a ton of ash trees. And man, it's sad seeing all the dead ash trees and how many had to be cut down. And yeah, turned into a mess. Turn you back around. And I'm going to move my lye. And I'm not going to drop it. I'm not going to be clumsy. Okay. I guess we'll go sit back down for maybe 10 more minutes. If you've got the time. If you don't feel obligated to stay. Please don't feel obligated to stay. My feelings won't be hurt if you leave. But I do want to wait for my oils to melt. Boy, 50 minutes. I better plug in my phone before it dies. I see we're down to 7 people. I understand. I would probably leave too, because this is turning into a long experience. I wasn't totally prepared. I should have already had those oils melted. You know, instead of doing it right now. That was my fault. How's the rats? Good. I have Wesker and Gordon left. Sadly, Sebastian passed away a couple weeks ago. But you know, when you have rats your whole life, you know that when the time's coming, because they usually only live to be about 2 or 2.5 years old. If you're lucky, 2.5. Oftentimes it's 1.5 or 2 years old. And he made it to 2. And then, yeah. But luckily, he looked like he passed away in his sleep. He was all curled up and like he looked happy. Because I don't know if you want to go into the details of how all that happens. Supercalifragilistic says, we have an American chestnut tree that was documented to have survived the blight. It's always in a state of perpetual death, though. It still grows, though. Interesting. I'm not even 100% sure what a chestnut tree looks like. I'd have to look it up. Thank you, Arlene. I am sorry, too. Sebastian was a very precious little rat. He was a good boy. And he's very handsome. But Wesker's still here, and Gordon is here. but they are about the same age. So, you know. Oh, there's Ray Ellis. Have you opened up your guitar case yet? I spotted that Fender amp during the tour. Did you? No, unfortunately. I really should. So, when I was in college in Kentucky, which was on the top of a mountain, this college, it was a Bible college, and it was there was no civilization around. That guitar was my best friend. I could probably write a small little book. Supercalifragilistic says that's tough when pets' lifespan is that short. I know it is tough, but I keep getting rats because I love them so. But I'm not going to be in a super hurry to get rats again when Wesker and Gordon are gone because there's so much here to take care of that I want to make sure when I get new rats one day that they will have as much attention as I think they should get, which is a lot. Rats are extremely smart little animals, and they deserve plenty of attention and interaction, and I want to make sure that they get that. So, and when you have baby rats, you want them to be tame. You want them to grow up to be tame, friendly animals, so you have to mess with them. And right now, the house needs so much work, the land needs so much work, everything needs so much work that I'm not going to be in a super hurry to get new rats once Wesker and Gordon are gone. Anyways, like I was saying, my experience living in Kentucky for 1 year was very, very dramatic, I guess, life-changing thing. But the guitar was my best friend. That's when I learned guitar. That's when I learned guitar on someone else's guitar, and I enjoyed it so much. So then I bought my guitar for second semester, and then I left college and went back home. But I had my guitar, and yeah, because they're so easy to just take out and play. I have a piano, but it's at my mom's house. And the problem with having a piano is moving it. And how are we going to get that piano over here? How are we going to do it? Because Aaron is very, very strong. I wouldn't say that I am very, very strong. I'm trying. But you need at least 2 very strong, capable individuals to move a piano. And I'd say we have 1 1/4. Aaron and me. I would be the quarter. I can't wait though to have my piano here. I've been playing piano for a very long time. And you probably have to have it tuned, I guess. Probably. The piano? Yes, probably. I know in our local paper, because we get a paper all the time, there's always a little ad for a piano tuner. Someone tunes piano, so I'll probably just call that guy, whoever he is. My mom lives, probably 50 minutes northeast of us. So that would be a task. I wonder how our oils are doing. Let's go check. You can tell me if you think I can go ahead and do it. They're not perfectly done. What do you think? Keep going? Keep melting? There's still one. There's a little piano. There are little piano dollies that help a lot. Oh. Let me look into some piano dollies. Man, double boiling takes a long time. It's amazing how easy a microwave is. I'm probably doing it wrong though. Like you said, the water needs to be higher. But I don't have the correct setup here. These don't go together. And so the water can't make it all the way up, and I guess it's kind of a makeshift thing, and time is passing by, and it's been an hour already, and here we still are melting oils. Yeah, unless your lye is still hot enough to finish it off. I don't think it's hot enough because I can touch it. My soap making video turned into a huge ordeal, didn't it? Yes, it did. This was supposed to be I should have just melted this and not started the live until this was melted. But then we wouldn't have had our nice conversations together. That's okay, it's fun chatting. Thanks, Arlene. Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to visit if I had everything ready, right? And had the, because it really, once your oils are melted, it only takes like 10 minutes to make soap. You just put it all together, and depends how fancy you're getting, I guess. Doesn't take very long to actually put the soap together. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay. Yeah, I didn't miss anything. Good. Let's see, what else could we talk about? Have any of you made soap lately? It's probably going to be a while before I actually sell my soap again. It's going to take a while to get my inventory back up and to be able to start shipping stuff. I am going to estimate either the end of this year or the beginning of next year is when I'm going to start selling my soap again. Unless people start bombarding me with requests to please sell my soap, then it will probably be the end of the year or beginning of next year. But there's so much soap out there, there's no reason anyone would bombard me to sell my soap. Handmade soap is in abundance, I would say. And I don't think that my soap, I'm not a good salesman, by the way. I'm not good at selling myself or my soap. All I can do is be me. And if you want my soap, it's probably just because you must like me. That's all I can say. Linda says, I made some great charcoal salt scrub and some really cool aloe ginger and lemon. That sounds amazing. I have never made a salt scrub. That's different than a salt bar, right? Is it like a sugar scrub? A salt scrub? Are they similar? I've been baking a lot of bread. I have not filmed baking bread, but I have been baking a lot of bread. Do any of you bake bread with yeast? Because I have a question if you do. I think I know the answer, but I have a question. Do any of you bake yeast bread? Because there's an issue I've had on several loaves, and it's been the same issue, but I think I know the problem. They all taste amazing, but there's an issue. I gotta make sure I don't have any. Yep, a baker. I have, but it's been a long time. All our soaps will Now we'll have donkey milk in them. I do a vegan option too. I make bread all the time. That's incredible. So my question, why, after my bread is baked, does the top of my bread want to separate from the rest of my bread? I think I know why, but I want to see what you guys say. The top of my bread wants to, like when you're cutting it, it wants to just come off. What am I doing wrong? I can't slice a nice piece of bread in its nice bread shape. Do you split the top? No. Should I? Would that fix the problem? Once in a while, the top does not want to fall off. But many times, the top wants to separate. But I've never split the top. Should I be splitting the top? Steam escapes at the weak point. Make holes. Knead more for a smaller crumb. Also slash the top. Okay, you guys have already taught me something new. I figured it's because I wasn't kneading enough. That was my guess. But okay, so I need to be putting holes in it or splitting the top. Okay, thank you. I knew I could count on you guys. Okay, my next loaf, I'm going to split the top. Good to know. Now I want to make a loaf of bread just so I can split the top. And do you just take a knife and slice it? And it's good. And when do you slice it? Do you slice it right before you put it in, or do you slice it once it's in the loaf pan? That's a good tips. Oh my goodness, Renee is here. Hi, Renee. Talking about bread because I'm waiting for my hard oils to melt in the double boiler. And it's taking longer than I expected. So I've been here for over an hour visiting as I wait for my hard oils to melt. I'm good. How are you, Renee? And I'm wondering, how much time passes between me answering your questions and you sending your questions? Is it pretty long? Is there a pretty big delay? Because I'm reading your questions as soon as they pop up. Is it like a 30-second delay or is it longer? Not very short. Is it like 30 seconds? It's really silent, so not even 30 seconds. Oh my goodness, like 45 seconds? Or 20 seconds? Or which way is the not even going? No, like 10. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's good. 10 seconds is okay. That's an okay delay. I was worried that people were sitting here for ever and then I finally answer them. I think we're almost to the point of making soap. That's so exciting you're here, Renee. 12 people are here. We have beat our record of 11. I'm so happy all 12 of you are here. Every one of you are special. Thank you for taking time out of your day just to visit. Even if you don't say anything, it's nice that you're here. But the point of a live stream is being able to interact with each other. Because you can't do that very, very well with a video. You know. Let us know how it goes. I slice it when I'm about to bake with a box cutter thing. You are special, which is why I'm here. Okay, so I'll remember when we're very individual people. Yes. You are a very individual person, Ray, along with all of my other visitors here. Very individual people. Just like me. I'd say I might be an individual as well. And I think it's important to be so. That is a reference to, for many, I don't know how many of you visit my Columbo channel, but that was a Ray referenced one of my main Columbo jokes is you're a very individual person. Let's check our oil. I really want to make this soap. I'm getting ants in the pants. Ooh, it's ready. Let me show you. Look at there. We're ready to go. We don't need to be. Look at there. Be pretty boring if all of us were the same. That's right, Arlene. And I have to remind people, because sometimes, you know, you get your grumpy people on the internet every once in a while making fun of you because you don't do this or you don't do that. Well, you got to remind them, well, thank goodness we're not all the same and think the same way, because goodness, how boring it would be, right? Okay, now let's set you up here. Let me figure out, you're looking at my cupboards. Let me figure out how exactly I'm going to do this. Actually, I'm going to have you this way and then move it this way, except our lighting isn't going to be very good though, is it? This is where we're going to make our soap. I need light. Wouldn't you say? Look at how dark it is. Maybe I should move you to this side. That helps, huh? Now you're sitting on my sink. Those are pepper seeds, if you're wondering what that is. Green pepper. Green bell pepper. Okay, well, there's a little bit of light here. I don't have that much light in my house because, yes, we do have some electricity. No, we don't have all of our electricity. If that sentence made any sense to you. We don't have lights. We don't have electricity in our walls yet. Okay, we got that. We got that. Here's our light. I'm making sure you can see because once I go over here, but then I won't be able to see you chatting with me. Okay, we're going to figure something else out. You're going to be patient with me, right? I can't have it that way. It has to be this way. Otherwise, I won't be able to see you talking. We're all practicing patience, and you're going to see a lot of jiggling. I'm sorry. Renee says, I have to say how impressed I am that you have things to say when no one is in the room. Well, thank you. Okay, I can see you, and you can see me. Here's the edge. Okay, and you are sitting, literally hovering over the sink. Okay. Alrighty. Now, we need this. We need a towel. It's almost time to make soap. Aren't you excited? The whole reason we're here. That's a hot bottom. Okay. We have that going. This is going to be another single colored simple soap because all of my things are gone in the boxes. Making sure no one else said anything. Okay. I think we're ready here. Yeah. And I'm going to keep glancing up because, as I have said over and over again, YouTube, when it comes to mobile streaming, does not say, oh, I need to put gloves on, don't I? YouTube will hide the comments. You'll get a comment and it'll be there for just a second and then it'll disappear. Just a second it'll be there. And then I have to go back and check. Did you say something? What a pain. And then it would be such an easy fix. It would be so easy to fix this problem, but they haven't. And mobile streaming has been around for I don't know how long. This is just me. I figured this out when I did my first stream on my Homestead channel. I was like, man, why do they make it that the comments disappear? Why? That is my biggest complaint right now. I'm going to leave this here. I don't want my counter to get too hot. I'll make it look nicer though. Okay. That's better. All right, well, this is olive oil, castor oil, honey, and our fragrance oil. And the fragrance oil is almond and peppermint, which is a combination that I made before moving because I was trying to downsize the amount of bottles I was going to be transferring. That's why I have several strange fragrance oil mixtures that I put together. I did try to do it with reason. I wasn't just mixing and not thinking about it. I thought, well, maybe peppermint and almond might be interesting together. And it is interesting. I think I said this earlier, that it almost gives off a bit of a banana fragrance, and I don't even understand how that's possible, but it does. Almond and peppermint almost, at least right now, gives off a little bit of a banana scent. And not like actual banana, but candied banana. Like banana Laffy Taffy. You know what I'm talking about. All right. Can you see okay? Are you too far away? Am I too far away? The whole point of the soap making video is that you see the experience. And I gotta make sure no one has said anything while I was doing that. Good, nobody has said anything. Although I want you to say things, but I haven't missed anybody saying something. Okay, well, our honey is sunk down there at the bottom. I think I'm going to stick blend it and then add. You see me? I see you too, Martha. I'm watching. You're fine? Thanks, Arlene. You are too. You guys are the best. Thanks for visiting. Renee sees me too. I see you too, Renee. Alrighty. I'm just going to mix this honey in there a little bit better. Okay. Here goes our lye water, which was hanging out in a pasta jar. Because at that very moment, that was all that I had. Because even though I thought I was prepared for this live soap making, I wasn't actually prepared. But you know, maybe that means I'll be prepared next time if I ever do another live soap making. It's been fun having you visit with me. I don't know how rewatchable a live stream is, but it was fun while live streaming. You know what I mean? And you'll get to see, you've gotten to see me unedited. which is rare. I usually edit all of my pauses and weirdness out. At least I try to. Now that is some beautiful looking plain soap batter. That's pretty. Do any of you have a vegetable garden or are planning on a vegetable garden this year? It would be really cool to add ingredients to my soap that's from my garden. But your pauses are interesting. I can see when you are trying to make a short video, but fine in the live stream. Okay. My pauses are interesting, huh? Why? Thank you. Thank you, Linda, for being interested in my pauses. I have a lot of pauses. And Martha, you're planning on a vegetable garden. Yes, it is nice having a garden and add to the soap. I don't see any weirdness. Do any of you? You are sweet. Martha, what are your main vegetables? What are your favorite things to grow? I know Nevada is way different than Iowa, but I'm just curious, what are your main vegetables that you grow? Of course, a veggie garden. Oh, and a container one on the deck. That's awesome, Linda. What do you put in your container garden? This is pretty thin, isn't it? That's surprisingly thin. You saw how much I've blended already. So apparently neither one of those fragrance oils accelerate, do they? Citrus trees. This year, zucchini, pumpkin, and lots of herbs. That's right. Where you live, Renee, you can have a citrus tree. We can't have those here. They will not survive. Onions, garlic, lettuce, squash, tomatoes, kale, as well as other stuff. These are amazing. I put herbs and specialty peppers. I don't want to cross-pollinate. Okay. So Renee, citrus trees, like you do lemons and oranges, zucchini, pumpkin, and lots of herbs. I plan to do zucchini and pumpkin and lots of herbs as well. Onions, garlic, lettuce. I'm going to do onions. I was too late on the garlic. Here you have to plant them in the fall, apparently. I guess I could try some spring garlic. Lettuce, yes. Squash, yes, I was going to try to grow. Tomatoes, that's a main staple here in Iowa. Kale, as well as other stuff. And I'm going to do peppers, Linda. Peppers are neat because you can take them in. They're basically a house plant almost. I like that. All my peppers, though, that I tried to save this year all died. They all froze to death. At least I think that's what happens. Or that's what happened this year. It got so cold here I couldn't rescue them. I was too late. It was sad, but I hope to be more vigilant for next winter. I hope to be able to can some of the stuff that I grow. That's my goal. The comments aren't disappearing. Can somebody leave a comment just so I see if it's going to disappear? Why are the comments staying here? Has some people been talking? Oh, people have been talking. That's why it's not disappearing. Ugh, this is ridiculous. Renee says all of them. Oh, you do all of the citrus. Martha says, I'm looking at growing what I buy the most, and canning is super fun. So my main, yes, I took my gloves off because I'm mad at YouTube. My main goal for my vegetable garden is to be able to make borscht, if you know what that is. It's a beet soup. And Linda says, I do peppers and hot vinegar. Ooh, that sounds interesting. I want to be able to make borscht with all... Whoa. Did you hear that noise? That was an email. Sorry. Borscht is my goal to make with all ingredients grown from my garden. I'm sorry I took my gloves off. If any of you are hurt by that, I'm sorry. But literally, isn't this funny? The comments were not disappearing, so I was getting excited, and I realized the reason they're not disappearing is because it's like stuck at a certain point, and I wasn't seeing any new comments. It just blows my mind how they have this mobile streaming set up. Do you see it pouring? This part's always fun. But without a doubt, my favorite part about soap making is cutting the soap. I love it. Even a plain old bar of soap, it's so much fun to cut soap. Boy, it's quiet. When I quit talking, it's really quiet in here. Living out in the country is incredible. I love it. I like that silence. Oh, I see a comment. I'll have to check it here in a second. I gotta get all this scraped out of here. Yes, this part I always cut out of my videos because I'm one of those that has to scrape every little drop of soap. So this is you're witnessing a moment that I always cut out. Because I would find it extremely boring to watch, so I cut it out. I don't know why I feel the need to get every... Maybe it's a condition that I have. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Not surprisingly, look at how much room is still in there. So I did a water discount. I used honey, and my oils were already hot. It seemed like that was a recipe for acceleration. And boy, did it not accelerate. I'm gonna let that sit there for a second because I do want to texture the top if I can. Let's see what was said. Renee says, cutting soap is fun. Yes, it is. I guess since the soap is made, I have to really get lower for you to see me. Arlene says, mine too. I have a hard time waiting to cut it. Yes, that is a difficult part. I can't get low enough to keep my soap in the picture and put me in the picture. And you see my old cupboard corner here. I wonder if I can refinish this because I don't know if this is real wood or if it's veneered wood. I think it's veneered. The cupboard needs a little help. I want to texture this, but it's going to have to take like a couple minutes, so I'm here for a little bit longer. If anyone has anything else they want to visit about. Unfortunately, I won't be able to cut the soap today with you. I could either live stream again tomorrow when I would assume it needs to be cut, or I would just cut it alone. How are the animals? They are all good. My kitties are getting big. I've got 4 kitties plus 1. And I say that because 4 of them are kittens and they definitely live here. And then 1 of them sort of lives here but doesn't always stay here. Is this crooked or does it not matter? Yep, my kitties are getting big. They are 6 months old now, so I should probably get a vet appointment for them. Chickens are all doing well. Any of you who have a farm, any of you have that, it doesn't matter. What doesn't matter? I've already forgotten. Oh, the crooked camera? Is that what doesn't matter? Any of you that have a farm or have had chickens are going to be very surprised to hear this about my chicken situation. If the camera's crooked, okay, thanks Renee, thank you. Or if you have read about chickens or have experienced life with chickens, you're going to be like, what? When I tell you this. But I have 2 hens and 3 roosters. Which is incorrect. That is the wrong ratio. So if any of you have chickens, tell me your reaction to that. And then I'll explain. And you probably have advice of what I should do. The soap smells good. I like it. I can't wait to see what it smells like over time because, like I said, peppermint and almond. Do the roosters fight? No, they don't. So the situation, I know that that's a risk. They are youngish, sorta. One of them is an adolescent. So what happened is 2 hens were left here because the Amish people couldn't catch them. Because the Amish people had like 30 or 40 chickens here. And they caught them all the day that we moved in. Like they were all still here the day we moved in. Anyways, they caught them all. Except 2. 2 were left. Straight run. I think you need to have roast chicken 2 nights this month. You're funny. Linda, you're funny. I would... That's really funny. So what happened was 2 hens were left here because they couldn't be caught. One of those hens, of course, I didn't catch them either. I had no experience with chickens, but you know, over time you just got to do stuff. So we did eventually catch them and put them in the coop. One of the hens hatched an egg. And so I had a baby chick and 2 hens. Then I came along 2 free roosters that were given to me. And because I'm brand new to all this, I'm like, what? 2 free roosters? Sure, that's great. Thank you. So I all of a sudden had 2 hens and 2 roosters and a baby chick. The 2 roosters are very different. One is a big rooster with gray feathers and green feathers and white feathers, and he's really pretty, and brown feathers. And the other one is a small rooster that's not going to get any bigger. He's tiny, like really small, like half the size of a chicken. So they don't fight because clearly one would win. I don't know what the big rooster thinks of the little rooster, but they don't fight because that'd be pointless. So I was hoping with all of my hopes within me that this chick was going to be a hen. Eventually I started noticing this little chick. I was just sure that this chick was going to be a hen because it was brown. The mother's brown. It's all brown. And I was just like, yeah, that's totally going to be a hen. But one day I noticed this little chick was getting green feathers on its tail. So that was my sign that this is not a hen. That was my first sign that I have another rooster. So my baby chick turned into a baby rooster. He crowed for the first time today. It's pretty funny. At least from my experience, it was his first crowing that I have heard. He is the one that's grumpy, this baby one. He is the one that thinks that he's tough. And there's no fighting, but he seems a little high strung, like he's super tense and super, I don't know, like he's wild almost. And I'm not sure, somebody's driving by. I'm just watching. I think it's the people that own the cows next door, because they're driving awfully slow. I'll make sure nobody said anything because it's been very quiet while I talked about my chickens. Okay. So my adolescent chicken, I call him Baby Rooster now, is a very intense, grumpy, emotional bird. So that's my story. I have a rooster like that, do ya? I've already put him in his place. Like, he thought he was bigger than me, and I don't let that fly. Even though I don't have any chicken experience in my past, I have a lot of dog experience. Like, I used to work at doggy daycare, and so you're working with a big group of dogs, like 25 dogs all together, and you have to make sure you're the big dog and they know it. Otherwise, they'll run you over. So I do have experience with keeping animals in line. And this little juvenile rooster that I loved and cherished and raised from a baby, even though his mother, took care of him, but I was always there and I socialized with them. Last week, because he's like a teenager now. Well, he's 6 months old now. If he has spurs, I'd trim them. He doesn't yet. He's just a little nubbin. Anyways, I come in to feed them one morning, and he starts pecking at me. Like he's like telling me to get out of here. And I was not going to let that fly. So I grabbed him and let him know that I was the boss. And he's behaved since then. I think he didn't see that coming. I have never been able to hold those two roosters that were given to me. They're very friendly, but they don't want to be touched. I'm almost friends with the big one, but the little one's like kind of skittish, which, poor thing, that makes sense. Oh, this is still really liquidy. I was hoping I could texture it, but I can't. My big rooster, I think, will come around. I think I'll be able to, I can almost pet him. But that little rooster, he's kind of skittish and a little worried. I'm not at all worried about him. And that big rooster has never shown any signs of aggression. It's my new baby rooster that's the problem, which is really sad. Anyway, I want at least 6 more hens this year. And I would like to hatch some eggs that are not roosters. But this seems to be taking a long time to stiffen up. Do you want me to stay here or shall we cut it off? 14 people are here. We've already beat our record of 12. This is a big house party. I mean, soap making house party. I can't believe there's this many people here. Thank you for being here. Just saying hello. Don't feel obligated to talk, but thank you for being here. My 2 hens, sorry about that noise. My 2 hens are laying eggs. So I get 1 to 2 eggs every day. I'm getting meat birds in the spring and laying hens. How do you do it? Do you have connections or what do you do? Because I'm not, some turkeys too. Are turkeys easy? Can you put turkeys with the chickens? That's pretty neat. We have wild turkeys around here that people hunt for Thanksgiving. Aaron really wants to hunt a turkey and bring it home for Thanksgiving. That's one of his goals after we moved out here. I guess my question was, should we keep visiting or should we stay, or what's my battery at? We're at 40%. I'll need to plug you in. I have mine separate, but they can be together. Oh, that's good to know. Well, I can't texture my soap. It's taking way too long. We're gonna move. I'm tired of leaning on the counter. Put you back on the table here. And we're crooked again, but that's okay, I guess. Renee said it's okay that we're crooked. I will read that comment. It disappeared, but I know it's there. Okay, I plugged you in. If you have a local feed store, they carry Peeps. I had turkeys and chickens together. I order online and get ducks for eggs and entertainment. Really? Maybe you can show us the chickens or let us see the dog or cats. I can't show you the chickens because last time when I was live streaming and I walked into the chicken coop, the stream stopped because as soon as you enter the coop, my phone has no signal anymore. But I'm running low on battery is the problem. My turkeys ran off with the wild ones. Whoa. Goodness. Well, that's too bad. So they're gone then. I would take you on a tour, but my battery on my phone is about to die, and it would just end the experience. I guess I could. It's 1 o'clock where I am, and I do need to start preparing supper too. Because I've been making a lot of stuff from scratch. I learned to cook a lot. Some of mine got eaten by a bobcat. Oh dear. See, I'm going to be building my chicken run. And I'm going to make sure they are fenced in and have a net over them. There have been bobcat sightings in Iowa, but in general, we have coyote issues. Yes, but the ducks hang out here despite the wild ones in the creek. That's good that they stay by you. So, I don't think it would be smart for me to just let my chickens run loose. I think they would get eaten. We have a lot of coyotes around here. You hear them in the night. Well, my dear, I'm going to head out. I have groceries that are being delivered, so big hugs to you. Thank you, Renee. I'm also going to be leaving here soon because my soap is made and I think I'm getting talked out, you know what I mean? Raccoons are terrible chicken thieves. We have raccoons too, lots of them. Yes. So that's why I want to net over their chicken run too. I'm not going to let them free range the property because that would be a waste of chicken, in my opinion. I want to keep my chickens. Bye, Renee. Yes, bye. Thank you for being here. I liked it. I let them run outside. They come in at night. I don't know if mine are going to be obedient. Maybe I don't have enough faith in my chickens, but maybe when I get lots of chickens and I feel like I could let them loose, I don't know. I don't trust it yet. Maybe I will after having them for a few years or something. So I'm going to be building a fenced-in area for them. It's been fun, Shauna. Show us the cut tomorrow or whenever it's ready. I think I will. I'll do another surprise stream. Did I disconnect? Was I gone? My phone said reconnecting. Am I back? Am I here? I think I will do another just surprise live stream just to cut it. And then those will be my 2 live stream videos on my soap channel. And if people enjoyed it enough, I could do it again. I am planning to do mostly just live streaming only on my homesteading channel. I think I've already said that. And if I'm bothering you, oh good, I'm glad I'm still here. If I'm bothering you, just let me know. When they get used to the coop, keep them in for a few days, then they treat that as home. Okay. Planning to expand their coop because the way that it's built, it came with the place. The building is cut in half, and the other half has a bunch of shelves that I think are useless. So I'm actually going to cut a hole. Thanks for streaming. This was fun. Thanks for being here, Ray. I'm going to be leaving here very soon. I'm just rambling at this point. So I think I am going to head out. There's not 14 people here. I'm so thankful for you. I am going to go, though. You know when you've been talking for an hour straight, actually almost 2 hours, like an hour and 46 minutes, you kind of feel it. You're like, oh, I would like to stop talking now. That kind of feeling, that's how I feel right now. So I'm going to say goodbye. And when it's time to cut that soap, however long it takes, I am going to just stream it just to continue this stream. It'll basically be a part 2. If you're here, that would be great. If you're busy and you can't be, I'm not going to be even a little bit offended. I would not be offended by that. But I am sure thankful you're here, and I hope to see you again. And Linda says, ta-ta for now. You are not used to talking. I am not used to talking constantly. You're right about that. Yes. Bye. Have a lovely day. Thank you, Jane. I'm so glad you're here. Boy, you stuck around for a long time. A lot of you did. Thank you for being here. What a busy stream. It was successful, I would say. It's nice when you can visit and that it's not just silent. So, I think if I just hit the X, it quits the stream. So this is the final goodbye, and I will see you for the cut.